Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
And he holds his strong arm on your low shoulders. O Subhagamukhi, fair-faced girl, when will you give me great joy, singing sweet love songs with the Prince of Raja, while you embrace him with your very graceful arms, and he holds his strong arm on your low shoulders. In his transcendental visions, Shri Raghunatha Das constantly experiences the sweetness of the divine couple. There are no words to express this experience, but he tries as good as he can. The sweetness of God cannot be explained by writing books. Therefore, the writers of the scriptures call it Mukha Sva Dhanavat. A dumb person can relish sweet mellows and can feel great ecstasy because of it, but he cannot express it with words. The same goes for God's sweetness. Although the great saints who personally experienced God's sweetness tried to express themselves somehow in their books, one must ultimately practice bhajan in order to see it for oneself. It is not possible to get full savor and experience of this simply by reading books. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami has defined the means to relish rasa in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Those who are completely washed of all material contamination by their pure devotion, whose hearts are brightened by spiritual satisfaction, who are very attached to hearing the holy topics of Srimad Bhagavat, who enjoy the blissful company of Rasika saints, whose very life is the blissful wealth of devotion to Govinda's feet, who always discharge the confidential duties of love, like Harinama Sankirtana, associating with Rasika saints, hearing transcendental topics from them, and remembering these topics throughout the day, they are qualified to relish Bhagavat Rasa, the flavor of God. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami's heart is suffering the pain of love in separation. Separation from Sriman Mahaprabhu separation from Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, and within himself he feels a great want of his Swaminiji. His body is burning in the forest fire of separation, and he anxiously prays, "When will you make me happy? What is the happiness of Radhika's maidservants? Not their own satisfaction, but the happiness of the Yugala Kishore." While Shri Raghunatha floats on the waves of prayer that are heightened by the pain of separation, the picture of another transcendental pastime appears to him. Swamini and her Nagara are approaching him, singing sweet songs with each other on the bank of Sri Radhakund. Swamini places her lovely arm on the shoulder of Ghoshta Yuvaraja, Krishna, the prince of the meadows, embracing him. Swamini's arm is elegant because of her pure love, not just because of her physical beauty. Mohana cannot be subdued with mere physical beauty without love. In Lalita Madhava, it is described how Garuda was enchanted by Rukmini's beauty prior to her abduction by Sri Krishna. When the demigods churned the milk ocean, they also churned the ocean of beauty and took the beautiful natured Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, from there. Aho, this princess is astonishing my eyes with her beauty in such a way that the beauty of Lakshmi Devi cannot impress me anymore. But when Krishna heard Garuda's words, he said, "O friend, let it be. What is the use of your description? Hari is not just enchanted by physical beauty, unless that beauty is made out of love. It won't be able to enchant me. Therefore, say something about her love for me." Swaminiji's arms consist of Mahabhav. That's why they are so lovely. Swamini's right arm goes over Mohana's back up to his right abdomen, and Mohana places his long left arm over her left shoulder and makes his left hand reach as far as her left breast. How many hundreds of desires awaken in Mohana's heart after Swamini touches him with her elegant, loving arms. Mohana's arms are strong, unlimitedly strong, and this beauty becomes very beautiful when they are engaged in Swamini's service. When Radha and Mohana embrace each other, they begin to sing sweet love songs in an intoxicated state. They relish the beauty of the forest on the bank of Shirada Kund, where the trees and vines are full of blooming flowers that are surrounded by bees that are thirsty after their honey, where the deer and hares freely play, where the cuckoos, parrots, and cranes are sweetly singing, and where the air is filled with the rich fragrance of the blooming lotus, kahlara, and champaka flowers. Radha and Mohana themselves illuminate this shore with their own golden and bluish effulgence. Madayati Madana. Cupid intoxicates, and love songs, Madana Gana, are also intoxicating songs. Swamini presses Mohana's right abdomen with her right lotus hand to tap the rhythm. Whatever gap there was between their bodies disappears now that they firmly embrace each other. How much Swamini enjoys. She sings, E buka chiriya, ye khane parana, se khane tomare tobu. I will tear open my chest where my heart is, and I will put you there. Mohana also taps the rhythm on Swamini's bosom. Swamini feels the strength of Mohana's arm. Rasamaya Mohan and Rasamai Swamini. How sweet are their voices. Sometimes Swamini keeps her head on Mohana's chest and sings, Mohana, oh friend, you are my life. I cannot forget that blessed day that I met you, when I saw your moon-like face. I could not stay calm anymore. The heart of this unfortunate girl aches. I am dying 10 times in half an hour. Oh, Kanu, listen. You are my very life. Be kind to me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. I have made my reputation and my family tradition sink in the water. I cannot live without you. How beautiful is Swamini's face when she sings this sweet love song. How wonderful are her gestures. That is why Tulasi calls her Subhaga Mukhi, fair-faced girl. Mohana also sings an appropriate love song. O Sundari, beautiful girl, what are you telling me? I have become absorbed in remembering your love again and again. My mind never finds peace. It is always agitated, and I can find no consolation. I always see you everywhere, in all 10 directions, in the sky as well as on the earth. I wander over the hills and the rivers and through the forest, just looking for you. I don't think of anyone else but you. You appear in my mind even when I eat or sleep. Listen, O Vinodini, giver of joy. Listen to this love story. We are two bodies with one soul. Jnanadasa sings, gone is the duality between them, as they have now united. Swamini, Swamini is enchanted by Mohana's song and lifts her arm from his belly up to his neck. She lowers her face and rewards Mohana with a kiss. That is a suitable reward for such a sweet love song. There is no limit to Mohana's ecstasy. They are freely enjoying as sweetly as the king of elephants with a she-elephant. There are no Sakis around here. They declare their love to each other, and mutual love awakens in their hearts. They leave each other, and then they embrace each other again. So many times they bite each other's bimba fruit-like lips and glorify each other's qualities. They stare at each other's faces with tear-filled eyes, and they speak sweet words to each other, while Yadunatha Dasa watches. Bana Vihar, forest sports. Swamini picks flowers and decorates Mohana with them. And Mohana also picks flowers to decorate Swamini with. Singing and singing, they thus proceed to the bank of Radhakund. Tulasi's bliss knows no bounds when she beholds that. When this vision disappears from her, she cries and prays, "Please come this way once more and look at me. I am all alone here. I will be so happy when I can see your blissful pastimes here again. You left me behind here on the bank of the Kunda. I will be fulfilled if I can see you one more time again. O Swamini, where shall I go if you reject me? My life is dedicated to your service. May the effulgence of your toenails shine in my heart and soothe it. That is my long-cherished desire. The shore of Radhakunda is illuminated by your divine effulgence as you come here, dancing and singing. How can I like anything else still after seeing you, having come here? The more separation Shri Raghunatha feels, the more he relishes, the more hunger, the more savor, relish. The Goswamis showed this by their example. Crying and crying, the aspirant will become overwhelmed, and then he will experience all this. These experiences will slacken the bondage of bodily consciousness. The sweetness of the divine couple can be fully relished in the consciousness of a maidservant. We will be blessed if we experience these feelings of our great example, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. When this vision vanishes, Sri Raghunath rolls on the bank of Radhakund and laments, "Your arms are as lovely as lotus stems, and Rajendra Nandana is being embraced by them, because he places his own strong arm on your shoulders. They have become beautifully lowered. O Sumukhi, when will you gladden my heart by singing sweet erotic songs with Mohana?" The end of verse 79.
Radhe, when will that day come that our heart gets flattened from all this material, unwanted habits, so that we can connect and always relish this sweet pastime? When? This is a hankering. This is a deep desire, an intense desire. That's why he says when. And then he feels that he's right there. Then he feels he can visualize everything what he's writing, he sees. So if we connect ourselves, our hearts with Raghunath Das, with Radhi Manchari, that can also be transmitted. Actually, it is like when love starts, when knowledge ends. Love is the important thing. Knowledge is not important. We can understand words and we can feel words. And Raghunath Das, he feels the words. Every word, what we heard now, he felt. That's why with his words, he's painting a picture, which is a window to that spiritual world. And always this hankering, when so many things coming up in this verse, where he describes so many beautiful exchanges. And what I felt when I heard it is when he spoke of Mahabhav Chintamani Radhara Swarup. So that means Radha appears out of that glistening thought jam of Krishna. he wants to love. He wants to manifest this feeling, and then Radharani manifests. But Radharani is looking around. Our Swami is looking here, she's looking there. But she doesn't want to be with God. She wants to be with her lover. And that's why from this moment on, she starts to design Vrindavan. She starts to design her Mohan. She starts to design the world of unconditional love. And this is where we can be, in the world of unconditional love with our consciousness. And this is when that beautiful, wonderful, delicious Swamini is manifesting herself. She is living in the world of unconditional love. So if we also want to live in the world of unconditional love, we will meet her, for sure. If I want to see somebody and I visit the place, I will meet the person. So, Radha. Beautiful. Radha.
Gauravani Bhaiya, you also want to share something?
Radhe Radhe Gopinath. Yes, it's so many insight, like Raghunatha said. Alone, the beginning of this verse, Subhagamukhi, fair-faced girl, has so many translations. I was once searching a little bit, and the astonishing thing is that they all fit. Like the face of Radharani is a lavanya. It's like a volcano before it breaks out. It wants to gash out. So the love of Radharani, which is a mixture of the gold and the red lava, but not just gold and red. No, it's liquid. It's hot. It's molten. It's pure. It's so wonderful that you cannot describe it. But if you once was there, when such a fontaine comes out of the volcano, then you understand, because then you feel it. You can always remember that situation when you felt it. Because when a volcano is gushing out, then you are overwhelmed, because so many impressions are coming at once. So Swamini is not just beautiful. She is not just this or that. She is everything in perfection. Whatever can Mohan imagine, it's even more. It's even more beautiful. It's even more shining. It's undescribable. And this is actually the point which Anandadas Babaji makes in his wonderful explanation here. You cannot understand it through the mind. If you once fell in love, and you remember the moment when you meet the person which is bursting your heart, which is burning down your heart, which is melting your heart, you will remember the beauty of the person, not just the way how beautiful she is, like on the platform of the body. No, you will remember what is inside of this person, all the different qualities that are connection and are giving her this beauty. So Radharani is also called Baracha Sundari. She is the beauty of Braj. She is the most pure, wonderful gem that you can imagine. It's not shining like a diamond, we know. It's more shiny than a diamond. It's because of all these different qualities, like these facets. When you cut the stone, it has some facets, and every facet is one wonderful item of her character. So you cannot imagine how shiny this stone, this gem is. But she is surrounding with her arms a very wonderful blue, deep blue stone. We all know who this stone is. So when this happens, the blue stone is growing in its beauty. We all know that if you have one stone, it's beautiful, it's shining. If you have different stones and you put them together in gold, in a form, it gets wonderful. It gets so beautiful that you may not describe how wonderful. So this is one of the endless situations when Radha and Mohan come together. And they are the highest love couple. It's not just a love story like you may see in a film. It's the highest love story which is possible. And you cannot understand this because Anandadas Babaji is pressing the point. You cannot understand it. It's not intellectual to describe or to get. You cannot hold it intellectual. You may hold it in your heart, but therefore you have to feel. So why Gurudev is pressing the point that we have to be in our form, in our spiritual form, because if you want to feel that, you have to be in your form because your form is capable to feel that. Otherwise, it's not possible. The soul is the source of feeling, not the body. The body is just like the covering. This t-shirt has no feelings. It may be printed and give some kind of idea, but it's not capable to feel. But inside, the soul is spreading the feelings in the body. And if the false ego, the body ego, is not active, then we can feel the soul. That means we are going in the connection with our soul through feelings. If you dive in this consciousness, in the real feeling consciousness, then you may get the whole situation in your heart, but not here. So Anandadas Babaji is describing this so wonderful. He's trying to give us some push in the ocean of Swamini's world. Like Gurudev is throwing us in. So we can only get these feelings when we connect to feelings, to the soul, and in the form, because the form of the soul is so important. If you have a form like a mother, you will feel like a mother. But if you have a form like a friend, you will feel like a friend. But if you have a form like Radharani, similar to Radharani, which is the gem, the gift we get from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we may be able to feel like Radharani. And because Radharani can feel Mohan always, we may also feel Mohan through Radharani. So we will get the whole story in feelings at once. Only possible in the Swarup and Swarup Siddhi, which is the perfection of this Swarup consciousness. So we are on the way to going there. That's why it's always necessary to go in feelings. If we read something like this, we have to get it with our soul or Swarup consciousness with feelings. Otherwise, it's not possible to understand. We may discuss, but not really get the point. So thank you very much.
Oh, wonderful. Radhe, Radhe.
Jai Radhe.
Gauranga Sundar, could you also say something about how to live in feelings and how we should not live in the mind? It was very beautiful what Gauravani was sharing now, but maybe you could also share something on that to us.
Yeah, Gauravani and Raghunath, they made such beautiful explanations and sharings, not just dry explanations, but explanations with full feelings. So as I understand, from these words, we can just feel little bit, one drop, sparkle of Raghunath's feelings. And through his feelings, we can get some small feelings about sweetness of Yugala Kishore through the consciousness of maidservants. Through the consciousness of maidservants. If we are deeply from the heart connected with these beautiful Rasika persons, then we can get their kripa, hopefully one day. So there is no question of mind, like Gauravani explained beautifully, and Baba explained very nicely. We cannot understand by knowledge, by logic, arguments, but we have to feel it. But this is not improvisation, some kind of improvisation. We have to tune our heart with the heart of Rasik devotees. Then we can understand how close Tulasi is to Radhika, very loyal when she is addressing her, O Subhagemukhi. From this, O Subhagemukhi, we can understand that only Manjari can address Radhika so tenderly, so lovingly. And in the next, I'm reading for myself now, the next sentence is, when will you give me great joy? Joy not for me. My joy is your happiness, your pleasure, your embracements, your kissings, your meetings, your jokings, your dancing. And he's continuing and say, I want to see how you exchange your love songs to each other. So this is the clear position of Manjari, who wants to serve Yugala Kishore. And Raghunath is showing us and opening actually his heart of his bhajan. He doesn't want happiness for himself, to enjoy pleasure for himself. We are not practicing bhajan for our pleasure. No, for the pleasure of Radhika, for the pleasure of Radhika and her nagar, her lover. And only way how we can learn it, to do this bhajan, is to follow the feelings or the footsteps of Mahajans, Rasik Mahajans, who are in the same mood, and they are like a torchlight in front of us, and they are perfectly navigate aspirants, sadhakas, who wants the same goal, to reach the place where they are. These songs actually shows the deep love between Radha and Mohan. And when I was listening how Rasamai is reading this very nicely, I felt actually that this is a situation where Radhika and Mohan are on the same love level. Why I'm saying this? Because sometimes Krishna is dominating in their love exchange. Sometimes Radhika is dominating. And sometimes they are equal equally exchange and want to satisfy each other. So these beautiful songs, which they are giving like a gift from their hearts to each other, actually shows their deep Ujjwal Ras. They're exchanging their Ujjwal Ras also with the loving songs. So that's what touched my heart also. And I try to share with you. Yeah, I will stop now. Maybe someone else also will say something. Thank you. Radhe Radhe Gurudev.
Jai Radhe.
Oh, Shri Radhe.
Jai Radhe.
Jai.
Beautiful.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Thank you so much, Gauranga Sundar. Beautiful. Very, very heart-touching. Anyone else would like to share something, like following what Raghunath, Prabhu, Gauravani, and Gauranga said, or also some realization which came through listening to the beautiful reading of the verse?
Maybe also some questions, Gopinath?
Yeah, sure.
Radhe Radhe. Gauranga Sundara, you said Ujjwala Ras. Can you maybe explain a little bit the meaning?
Oh, yeah, Rajasundar, I will try. It's very difficult question for me. Ujjwal Ras. Ujjwal, it means most splendid. Ras, as we know, is a flavor. But this kind of flavor is coming in relationship. Rasa cannot be alive without relationship. Relationship is the base of rasa. So here we have one most brilliant, Ujjwal, most brilliant relationship. And this kind of loving relationship is exchange of most deep feelings which we cannot imagine. Transcendental feelings, not ordinary, worldly feelings. No. And because of that, it said Ujjwal, most splendid, brilliant. Because when they are Radha and Krishna in their loving exchange mood, and they are always in loving exchange mood. Sometimes they are separated, sometimes they are united, Milana or Viraha. They are always exchanging their love, always. So they are giving Jiva Bhutas, conditioned souls, opportunity to get some small glimpse of their Shringar Ras, love exchange, intimate love exchange. Intimate, not ordinary love exchange, very most intimate love exchange. And this is the greatest gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is what is impossible in previous yugas, that such conditioned souls can hear about it, talk about it, read about it, think about it, to feel, because this is confidential. Ujjwal Rasa, Shringar Rasa, deep loving exchange between Radha and Krishna is confidential. And only approach is possible through the Manjari Bhav. On Swarup, following our Guru Manjari and all others up to Rupa Manjari. So I'm trying to be aware of this kind of gift, which is really, really rare, very rare. To be the servant of loving exchange of Radha. Who can get it? I'm sorry. Radhe, Radhe, that's my understanding.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful explanation.
On the other side, I would like to add something. On the other side is love, although it is the highest love, you're completely right. It's unbelievable to get that. It's not really understandable. But on the other side, it's also the most natural for the soul. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is remembering us. Isn't it very natural for you to love your mother and your father? I mean, okay, in the material world, they may be not that example, but if they are good, they are nice to you and are giving you love, isn't it natural that you love them? Isn't that your natural position? Can you ever step out of this position? It's not our rasa I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the base, like Jesus wanted to give us the base of the loving exchange between the souls and the highest loving pair, your parents, the parents of your soul. It's not our rasa, again. We don't want to be in that rasa, but it's the base. So if this base is very clear, no bugs anymore, you can feel the love of Radha and you can feel the love of Mohan because nothing is between, no bugs. Then it's the natural thing to be in that loving exchange, right? Because we belong there. It's our natural position in Ladini Shakti. So to be in Ladini Shakti means you are living your soul consciousness because we are Satchit Ananda, like the nature of Krishna is also Satchit Ananda. So it's the most wonderful, but also in the same time, the most natural thing. I just wanted to remind us all that we don't have this respect because this is God consciousness. We have to come out of this respect. We are not in God consciousness. We don't want to be in religion or God consciousness. We want to be in that feeling. So maybe that's the base. First, accept this as the most natural thing which is there for the soul. Radhe Radhe.
Shri Radhe. Any more questions? Comments?
Jai Ho.
Very happy. I'm listening. I'm very proud of all of you. Very proud. But you know one thing I want to say. We all got this mercy of love. But in the beginning of entry of our life, that is Mahamantra, right? I think nobody is here who has no Mahamantra. And this line is the meaning of Mahamantra. And now I give homework to all of you to feel it and realize it. What is the beautiful meaning of Mahamantra is gifted to us. We are searching outside. Already everyone has this kripa. Right or not? But
Perfectly right.
is all there is 4 lines in Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What is this meaning? Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. What is this meaning? Hare Ram, Hare Ram. What is this meaning? Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. What is this meaning? If you will go deep in this I give you homework, automatically you will start realizing your sarup. And when your eyes will see that vision, you got it. Your desire will more grow if you have if you have desire, more intenseness, more desire will grow in life. This is the four part of the mantra is a four part of this. Raghunath Das prayer is this. I want to explain, you glorify everything, but you search yourself, and this is your homework, and realize it. Without realization, there is no your subject. Right. Without realization, there is no your subject. If you want to develop really raga bhakti, you want to become dasi of Radhika, this is the meaning of Mahamantra. Right? So how much we are luckiest soul, right?
Yes, Gurudev, we should dance like them all the time because we are so happy.
You go through that word to word and then dance. Then it will be realization, dance will be true dance. And if not, then is a philosophy, is not your subject. You want to make like a philosophy, or you want to be there. You want to be that. If you want to realize, then is your subject. Then you can help yourself and to others. Mahamantra is for basic, for middle, and the last. In the Siddha Sarup is also Mahamantra work. So this is the explanation of the mercy of Rati Manjari and Baba and all Vaishnava. Go through deep and understand that. And if any difficulty, ask question, I will explain it. Read some, again, read one part. तुम्हारा सब परिवार है कुरुशिया. देखा भाई हमको सबको. इसकी बेटी को देखा.
Dev Pran is there?
Dev Pran. Yeah.
Okay, Radhe Radhe.
Vrinda Masi is here from Croatia.
Radhe Radhe. Jai Radhe. Everybody, yeah.
So आपका ही है.
Yeah. Jai Radhe. Radhe Radhe.
आजा रखो.
O Subhaga Mukti, fair-faced girl.
Who is telling? Manjaris are telling. So Manjari is also there. First is the Manjari who's singing. Go on. In Sadak they are singing. Yeah, go on.
When will you give me great joy, singing sweet love songs?
This is this. Understand? Go on.
With the Prince of Raja, while you embrace him.
Wow. Because you see the shadow of Radhika, so shadow want to see now Prince of Raja. Because she is shadow, she is always with shadow, with shadow. Go on.
While you embrace him with your very graceful arms.
Distribute.
While you embrace him
and then distribute.
With your very graceful arms. And he holds his strong arm on your low shoulders.
Who embrace first?
You embrace him.
Yeah, Radhika embrace to you. Go on.
With your very graceful arms.
Graceful arm, you embrace first. Hare Krishna. Yeah, go on.
And he holds his strong arm on your low shoulders.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. You see? Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. You see? Understand? And what we not talk is more details there that you understand. Hare Ram, Ramaiti Ram. How they raman each other. What everyone cannot explain, Siddha, realized soul can say Murli because they are looking and they want to show you also look here. Why you are not want to look this? Hare Ram, Hare Ram, and Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When I see it, and now not seeing that, that is my suffering. Is Hare. Manjaris are feeling very pain and separation when they don't see. Understand? I give you a little hint. Now research. Clear? My Kanhai Baba? Okay, you're translating. No problem. Thank you for your love and sharing. So me, everyone. It's okay?
Thank you that you let us speak because you're speaking through us. So thank you for that.
I want like this. It's not a teaching or class. It's a sharing. It's a love sharing. Your feeling sharing. Feeling grows when we share and exchange our love. Right or not?
Yes.
Where is blockage? Sharing, open our heart and try to reach the right place of the purity of Ujjwal Rasa. Ujjwal, divine Rasa. Prem give Rasa. Prem, Radha. Prem is Radha and Rasa is Krishna. Without Prem, Rasa is not possible. Without Radha, Krishna is not possible. Raso Vaisaha is Krishna. Rasa Sar is Radha. Sar means reservoir. Is the Sar where the Rasa is flowing. Understand? Yesterday also, Japan class was very nice. Today also very nice. And my become sickness is also very nice. So I want to be sick for some time to listen like this. Really, you will not believe I'm really sick. You want to see that? See it. Move the camera, I show you. You see? I cover with my clothes, but I am totally blocked with other 3 layers. Anandamaya goes. One is a kandi, gross body, subtle body, 3 layers are there. And is a pranamaya goes, the real spiritual body. So we are covered. When I am covered, how I can explain? So I want to listen from you. And I see how I will remove this covering. This is the only thing. And this Mahamantra helps us. I cannot even breathe. But I'm so happy today. I'm so happy. I have no words to explain that. Thank you for your kindness and joining us. And I want to grow more and more, increase your raga, loving, anuraga, not raga. My Raghunath Baba say, no, raga, no, anuraga. Means not one-sided, both-sided. Thank you. Anuraga is both sides. One side is a raga bhakti. Jai. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jai Ho.
Jai Ho, Radhe.
Jai Ho. Jai Ho. Oh, Andaka Baba, why not you share something?
Radhe Radhe Gurudev. Radhe
You
Radhe.
share something. Next week you have to also share. Prepare.
Yeah, someday.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Tomorrow, Gurudev, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. Ready to be.
Radhe Radhe.
Jai Radhe. Jai Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Gurudev.
Radhe Radhe. I want to see. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Jai Radhe.
Jai Radhe.
Gurudev, may I introduce?
So nice, you see. 3 Rasikas are sharing how deep meanings are there and go more deep to more research. This is my request. Do this. If you have no book, say Rasamai is your Croatian girl,
Dealer.
but she is like my controlling, like a mama to me. She controlled me. So you can ask, she will send you by which way you will say. Radha Dashyam or FaceTimers. But read, my dear, and make me happy.
Jai Ho.
Yeah.
Radhe Radhe Govinda